Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. So last time I was just sort of easing myself in slowly into the game. We did the tutorial and then we did a main delivery which took us up to Truckee and we went from San Francisco. Now you can see from this world map that we have explored almost 3.7% of the map, which doesn't sound like much, but it actually looks like we've covered quite a bit already. Now I'm going to stick by what I said and we're always going to go to a different place each time unless we can't help it. What I mean by that is we won't go, say, if the best price one now was at San Francisco, we wouldn't go back to San Francisco because it would just get a bit boring. So I'm always going to try and go to somewhere new. Now last time, you'll probably have known that the game volume was way too loud. And I didn't realise this at the time, it sounded okay in my headphones. And I did actually check, I did do a sound test first of all, but the music tended to get louder. So I wasn't really accounting for that to happen. But what I've done is I've really reduced the sound. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better and you should be able to hear me over the game, but the game volume should still be fairly decent. So, yep, that's the world map. And now what we need to do is go into the job market and get a quick job. Of course, this means we're always going to have a different truck because we don't actually own our own yet. So, we can actually go from anywhere we want. We don't necessarily have to go from Truckee, although it might be a bit more realistic to do that, as that's where we are. But I think for a start we'll just do price per distance and see what the best is. Now the best is a pressure tank, £42,000, which is weight, and this is $14.76 per mile, which brings the total for the entire delivery almost to $2,000, which is actually pretty good for a delivery which is only 123 miles. So I think actually we will do that, although we're not going to go from Truckee, but I think we'll still do that just because it's to different places. It starts at a different place and it finishes at a different place. So we have new mail. Look at that. If we go into F1, it should open this up and then we can control this. Here we go. Need money? We can help. Yep. Well, we're not going to need that yet because we're not going to buy a new truck yet. And also, there's a brand new Peterbilt truck for sale at the truck dealer. I think we'll leave that as it is for now. So I've also adjusted the brake intensity because that was just way too intensive. As soon as I put my foot on the pedal, it just literally locked up. So I've changed that. We already start with our trailer attached, so we can just get cracking straight away. And I think we need to follow this exit marker on the road. So we need to go right out of here. We don't actually have to have the sat-nav up in this truck because we've already got one. It's a fairly high-spec model, which is what you don't get straight away if you buy your own. Now, do we have to stop here for a checkpoint? I'm guessing not, as the barrier is already up. Thank you for your response on the red light situation. So I did also ask if you had to stop at a red light if you're turning right. And it seems the situation is, you don't. You can go, providing no one is coming, or if there's not a sign saying you can't do it. So yeah, thank you very much. That would be very helpful. I'll definitely give it a go, but I might still get a fine. It's starting to go quite dusk. Hopefully we won't be driving in the dark too much. Yeah, the brake intensity is much better now because before I would just lightly touch the brake and it would just lock up. It would just be ridiculous. We have more new mail. Wow, we're always getting new mail. That is a crushed container. Right, so we're going up onto the freeway or highway. Someone actually picked me up on this and they said, stop sounding like a tourist. I guess I do sound like a tourist, but I'm still not totally sure of what to call everything. Obviously I know it's called a freeway and a highway, but just remembering which is the difficult part. It's a very black truck with some fairly ugly looking canisters on the back, pressure tanks. It's definitely not the best looking load ever, but it's what makes us the most money, so that's why I've gone for it. I will remove the sat-nav. It looks weird having a double sat-nav there. When we're up onto here and we're going okay, I'll just remove it. Come on. Oh, is that police car? Better go steady. Oh, come on, police car. Well, it let me go, but it didn't really want to. I think I've made him angry. Probably pull me over now. I think I got away with it. I could have got dangerous driving there. So that's the sat-nav removed. It looks a lot better. We can also see more of that interior without having that interface in the way. Should be able to follow the sat-nav in the cab. It's a good size. In fact, it looks bigger than the ones in ETS. They were quite hard to read, I found, sometimes. So that should be better. Right, we're coming off here. This isn't a long journey, so we should be fairly close already. Obviously, I've just removed the interface, but that is just a thing which tells you how much further you've got to go. It's a bit more of a surprise if you get rid of it. Some of these are seriously old cars. We should always be okay for fuel because we're driving for another company. We don't really have to worry about stuff like that. Same with the sleeping. We don't really need to worry about that either at the moment. Only when we do long distance, and by then we'll probably have our own truck anyway. Right, it's starting to go dusk. Obviously when we're doing the next journey it will change the time. I don't know what time it will be. Hopefully it won't be pitch black. There are a lot of speed limit changes. You've really got to stay vigilant in ETS. I think more than ETS actually. There are more speed changes. Okay, so we're going to park this one ourselves. We will do all the time. It's probably a setting actually to change this. Look at all these John Deere tractors. Now, I must get into the right position first of all. I think if I just go around here, mind the trailer, and then just swing right round, that's probably the best way of doing it. And I've made it harder by putting this trailer here, but it shouldn't be too hard. Right, so I think that is probably a good position. I'll go in cab, just to make it a bit trickier. Very close to this trailer just here. And that might be in. Just got to mind the door. Yeah, there is a shed door there. I think if we just creep forwards a bit and then go back again. Right, well, it's accepted us there, so we might as well take it. we got a good work. I don't know why. Why did I only get good work? Damage? Did I clip the barn? Maybe I did. Well, it was only 1.5%, so we're progressing still. Well, this time I think we'll do something a bit different, and it is fireworks. £13,500 in weight, and also this time it is $14.63 per mile, bringing a total of $3,753 for the entire job. That's pretty good, and also this time we'll be going from Sacramento to Bakersfield, where I have not been yet. Okay, so this time it is dark again. Make sure we've got our lights on, and we want to have the sat-nav switched off. Really don't want that there. And let's go. Let's begin driving. Now it's helpful that there is not a trailer parked in Bay 1 and 2. It'd have been tough getting around there. In fact, it might still be really tough getting around here. Should be okay. Right, so this is a slightly longer journey, but it doesn't bother me because we get more experience, more money, and also we're going to a place where we haven't been yet. I imagine this is quite an explosive delivery, having it being fireworks. Fireworks would be very explosive. We must only be getting it because we've now got our certificate for explosives, so we're already getting high value cargo, and obviously we get paid more for dangerous cargo. Only thing is, we're in the city here, or the town, and we're obviously stuck with the traffic lights, but there's nothing we can do about that. Just got to wait for them to change. But this is a green truck. Don't really see many green trucks, especially this shade of green. Doesn't look too bad though. Can't see it too much from the inside, but yeah, from the outside. Suits it really. Once we've made our way out of here, we should be able to get moving. Get the speed up, and it should go a lot quicker. Hopefully we get these lights. Oh, but good if we do. I don't want to get stuck. Oh, lucky. Just changing now. Okay, so we are turning right down here. Make sure I don't clip the trailer. I think that's a habit I have. I turn too tight sometimes. Really don't want to get damaged this time, because I got damaged the first time, which is never good. Never want to see damage. So hopefully this time I won't get any. Oh, they still haven't fixed that. The cars still wait for you if you've got your indicator on. Maybe that'll be coming up soon in an update, I'm not sure. But now we can get up to 55 miles per hour. And we're coming off here, Stockton I think, yeah, Stockton. All these different places which I've never even heard of. Just like touring America without even leaving the UK. So Stockton looks, I don't know, it's got a police station, definitely got a police station. It's quite quiet, it's a quiet place. I was just thinking if I could see a power station, because there's a lot of pylons about. Police car, many police cars. Why are there so many? Probably waiting to catch me if I'm going over the speed limit. So I usually prefer to do 2 shorter deliveries in each episode because there's a few reasons for this. You can drive a different truck, so you can choose a different truck each time. You can also take a different load each time. That means a different trailer. And I think you probably see more as well because you have to go into different towns and cities around instead of going just on the fast roads. Because usually if you're just on a road like this, you just sort of sit here and you don't really see much. So I think doing shorter deliveries is more fun, and of course you have to do more reversing and stuff. It's a bit more challenging, and you can also keep track of your money and progress a lot better as well. You don't just keep getting it in one lump sum. So that is why I do shorter deliveries. That's another reason why I decided last week against doing too many long distance, because, well, you probably actually didn't hear me say that because the music was so loud, but I did say it. I said I probably wasn't going to do too many perks on the long distance just because it gets rid of your shorter distance, I find. At least it did in Euro Truck Simulator. So I will be probably not doing too much long distance. I'm not saying I'm not going to do any, but chances are they're mainly just shorter distance ones, a number of short distance. But we're actually going really well. I think it probably helps with it being dark. There's not many people on the road, which means that we have a clear run, not much traffic. We're just taking it steady. I've not seen anyone being pulled over by a police car, unless it's just us. There does seem to be a lot of police. I have noticed a lot of police cars about. There seems to be a great deal of them. But thankfully we have not been pulled over yet. I know they can do these random stop checks. Although it would be interesting to see. I'm sure it will happen. They can also get you for speeding as well. I don't know if they can get you for dangerous driving. They didn't get me for dangerous driving earlier. I did do a bit of dangerous driving, but yeah, they didn't get me. So maybe it's just speeding and random checks. I do like the idea of that though, the random checks. It's a shame they didn't have that in Euro Truck Simulator. I suppose they might implement it in the future. There's a police car. There's an old car. And it is starting to come light again. So we're not coming off here. I obviously have got my other sat nav hidden, so I can't really zoom out. We're just looking at this live one. But I would imagine we are coming off very soon, because I feel to have been driving a while. I think we're probably close to the end of our journey. I think it was only about 220 miles or something. Nothing too far. Ah, got some rain. Let's get those wipers on. Just saw a plane, a propeller plane fly across there. Got a bit of a storm which we'll run into. Ah, here we go. This looks like our destination just up here. So we'll be coming off very soon. Now, in fact. And as far as I'm aware, I have not picked up any damage. I didn't think I picked up any damage last time though, so we'll just have to wait and see. Although I can bring up our little helper here and we can see if we have picked up anything. Usually if I go and look at that though, I tend to crash. Let's just have a look really quickly. I think it's F6. No, it's not. F7. Nothing yet. Right, so I'll move on before I become too unpopular. Oh, we've got the traffic waiting for us now. Let's get going. Oh, almost clipped that car. These trailers are long. Is it just me, or are the trailers in America longer than in Europe? Because they do seem incredibly long. Bakersfield discovered. And this looks to be a bit of a shopping centre. Walbert. Right, so we're going to go for maximum experience as usual. Hopefully this time I can do it in one go. It's all to do with the way you position yourself to begin with. Turn our lights off now. So this one shouldn't be too difficult. I say that with confidence. This will probably go really badly. I think we'll turn the wipers off. Oh, you can change the speed of them now as well. Right. So let's begin. Another thing is the trailers only have 2 axles, whereas most of them in Europe have 3. Gotta watch the front here. Certainly a tight place to reverse into. It's a lot more challenging than Euro Truck Simulator. Just don't want to hit the bay at the back. But I think I'm almost in line. That actually went quite well. We're in. Now I don't want to boast or anything, but that, for me, I think went quite well. So I'm quite happy with that. So let's take that cargo, we'll unload it there, see what we got. At least it's excellent, it's good to see, and no damage. I seem to do a delivery where I get damage, then I don't get damage, then I get damage again. It's really weird, but yeah, happy about that. Distance driven, 252 miles. That took 5 hours and 39 minutes, 53.5 gallons used fuel. And the rewards, we obviously got more for the hazardous class 1 and the bonus for parking the trailer, and we even got a proficiency bonus level 1, so that gave us a bit more money. So that leaves us with a base reward, or the entire reward, of $3,753 and total experience of 286, which has brought us onto level 2. We're now level 2, we're coming actually close. We are coming close to level 3. We're doing quite well. So we're going to leave it there. But because we've changed levels, we can now get another one of these perks. So long distance, like I say, I can actually explain stuff better now because we've got the music drowning me out. Long distance, we're going to leave for now. We'll probably get 1 or 2, but just not yet. I'm going to concentrate on the hazardous cargo, the high value cargo, fragile, just in time, and the fuel economy won't really be used until we own our own truck, because we don't really care about the fuel economy because we're not really paying for it. So yes, certainly what we can deliver, the cargo types, are the 3 which I'm going to be really going for here. So this time I think I'll go for high value cargo. We'll add that one there and apply it, which means next time we should be able to take some high value cargo. Here's our progress history, and yeah, that's looking good. I have actually done 1 of these deliveries off screen. I took some flour back to Oakland, where we started off from at the beginning of this episode, where we took the pressure tanks. So I did 1 in between. So yeah, we are actually climbing. I'm getting slightly closer to enthusiast. I'm still newbie, definitely newbie. But yep, that is it for this week. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and please do join me again next time for some more American Truck Simulator. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.